This is your ultimate guide on how to get the most out of Notion Calendar. So in this video, I am going to be using Notion Calendar and it is connected to my second brain headquarters. But for all the tips that I'm doing today, you do not need headquarters to make this work. So this task database here, you can see these tasks are showing up in my Notion Calendar. To do that, all you have to do is go to your task database and click on Open in Calendar, and then you can start using it. And in this video, I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to maximize your Notion Calendar experience. So tip number 1, let's say I want to add a new task and have it part of the database. So you can see these tasks here are in orange. If I highlight something and just write a new task, you can see that it actually shows up in blue. So why is this task in blue and these are in orange? Well, the reason is these orange tasks are coming from this database, whereas this blue task is a Google Calendar task. Now, what a lot of people are doing when they want to add a new task is going into their Notion account, clicking plus and saying new task here, whatever it is. And then it's being added here to your Notion calendar. Now, we actually don't have to do that, so I'll just delete this task. What we can instead do is just click on the task that we created, then here on the side, change it from the Google account to the task list. And now you can see it's showing up in orange. So not only is it changing it to orange in here, but as you can see, it's also been added to the database in your Notion account. This makes creating tasks a lot easier. Alright, tip number 2 is an easy way to create the same task over and over again. So let's just draw in here and write running, and then change it to be part of the task list. Now what I can do is just click here, hold down Option, and literally just drag it like this. Now I'm duplicating it. So as you can see, I can really time block my week by starting to plan it out. And this leads to tip number 3. If you aren't time blocking, you are really not getting the most out of productivity. Time blocking is absolutely crucial. So what is time blocking? It's basically like planning your week out in advance when you're going to do everything. So let's say I want to batch socials at this time. Let's say I want to write the cover letter at this time. Basically what I'm doing here is just dragging out the tasks and dragging them to when I want to do them. And not only when I'm going to do them, but how long they're going to take. Okay, I've got 2 running tasks. That's okay. I'll run twice that day. Create new resume. There we go. Drag this out. We're basically planning out our week. Now, why are we planning out our week? Well, it's for 2 main reasons. The first reason is we want to know when we're going to do everything. Okay, so cool, I'll create a new resume on Sunday at this time. I'm going to run at this time. I'm going to write the cover letter at this time. So we're basically just creating a schedule for our tasks. Now, the second reason is it lets us know if we have too much on our plate. So let's just say I had all of these tasks in this day. I'm just going to drag them all here like this. As you can see, okay, this is just a very unachievable day. I can't do all of these tasks in a single day. So with time blocking, we can say, okay, am I actually giving myself enough time to do all of these tasks? Is my day going to be stressful or not? As subscribers know, I say your day is your to-do list. So you really want to ensure that your to-do list is manageable for you to do that day. If you have too much, it's going to be very, very stressful. And Notion Calendar is such an efficient way to do time blocking because you can so easily just drag stuff around, move it like this, and it's not as complicated as drawing it on a piece of paper and you have to redraw the whole schedule or anything like that. So it's just a really efficient way of working. Now, one of the drawbacks with Notion Calendar is that you can't see if a task has been completed or not. So as you can see, tasks in the past get just slightly dimmer. So you can see this text here is a lot more clear than this, which is in the past. But I can't see if I've completed it or not, which is a bit annoying. But I found a good solution around that. So let's say I've completed this task here and this task here. If I go back onto my task database in Notion, so this is mine here, and I click on this running task, what I can do is change this emoji, click on emoji and type in check, and change this to a check emoji. I'll do the same thing with new task here, click on that, it will be in my recents, click on that, and you can see that this task is checked in. So this is a good workaround for the time being when Notion doesn't have an easy way to see if these tasks are completed or not. All we have to do is change the emoji once the task is done. Now, tip number 5 is that you can use shortcuts to see the week differently. So if you click on M, you can see that it changes it to the month view. If we click on W, you can see it changes it to the week's view like that. And if you press D on the keypad, you can see that it changes it to the day view. And you can get even more specific. So if you click on this drop down here, you can change it from not only day, week, and month, but if you go on number of days here, you can actually change it to a specific amount. So let's say 5 days. So if you just want to know your work week, for example, let's say it's Monday, you can just see the 5 days here. Now, tip number 6, let's say you have another database you want to see in here, but you don't want to actually time block it, but you just want to know things happening on that day that you don't actually have as a task. Well, in here, what I'll do is just create a new database for the time being. So I'll do /data, click on table view, and do new database. I'll call this scheduled posts. And what I'm going to do is click on the 3 dots, change it from a table to a calendar, and then change it from a month view to a week view. Just for now, this is an example. And then let's say tomorrow I want to schedule this video, and I'll write Notion calendar vid. So now if I click on open in calendar, and then on the side here, you will now see this new database, so scheduled posts. I will click that eyeball in, just meaning it is visible. And then we can see here at the top, Notion calendar vid. So as I scroll up and down, as you can see, it's not connected to a specific time. It's just showing on Saturday 16th, this is an item involved on that day. So if you have a separate database with something like scheduled posts, and you don't want them as task items, you just want them as a separate database, and you want to show that information on your calendar, you can do that very easily. Speaking of, my next premium template is going to be for content creators. If you're interested and you want to be the first to know when it comes out, then sign up to my newsletter for free, link in the description. Also, quick tip, if you want to change the color of a database's tasks, so let's say we want to see Notion calendar vid as green instead, so it doesn't look too similar to this orange, what we can do is click on this to open up the side panel, and then right click on the database, so scheduled posts, right click, and here I can change the color, so let's say it is green. And you can now see that it's showing up as green. Now, tip number 7, and this is an absolute game changer. I haven't seen anyone else do this, but what we can do is take this information here of completed tasks and literally convert it to minutes. So let's say this new task and running task here, we've completed them, and we want to see that in minutes. I'll go back to my workspace here, so you don't have to use headquarters in order to do this. All you need is a task database, and for that database to be connected to your Notion calendar. So what I'll do is check in running and check in new task. So I'll click on this task running here, and you can see here it already has minutes and hours. Now that is from my Notion headquarters template. So this is actually how to fill it in manually. So I can write 60 here. I see 4 to 5. That is doing it manually. But this is how to do it automatically by showing us this information. So I'll just delete this so we don't get confused. We are going to click on add property. We'll scroll down and click on formula. We'll call this formula Notion calendar time, something like that, and click on this space here where it is empty. Now formulas can get very confusing, so you can just copy this formula. It is in my description, so just copy and paste that. That will save you a lot of time trying to figure this out. But the main thing you want to think about is that this property here, date, is the same name as this property here. So my property here is called date, yours might be called calendar, it might be called something else. So just make sure if you copy and paste this code that you're changing this to be the same name as this. Because this formula is saying, show me the date between the end time of this property and the start time of this property in minutes. That is basically what this formula is saying. And as you can see, automatically is showing me 60 minutes here. So it is now showing me from 4 a.m. to 5 is 60 minutes. And if I click away and go to the new task, 6:45 to 9:30 is 165 minutes. So if I click away and scroll down and go to the time tracking section of this template, open that up, you can see here time on projects, and we have the running and new task in here. Now by default, it's not showing this new property that we created. So if I just click on the 3 dots, click on properties, and then click on this icon here to say that I want to show Notion Cal time, you can see that it's showing 60 minutes and 165 minutes. So I'm just going to drag that here, make this a bit smaller. So now if I add projects to this, the running, let's say that is marathon, click on that, and new task, this is just a random task, let's say it's get a new job. We can see here, get a new job, the new task, 165 minutes, the total 165 minutes. Time tracking has been one of the most important aspects of my productivity and ensuring that I'm actually focusing on what matters. If you think this headquarters template looks interesting and you want to know more, click on this video here. It is my all-in-one Notion system designed for productivity in mind. It is designed to help you eliminate busy work and prioritize meaningful progress. Click on this video here to find out more. Thank you again for watching.